Yes, especially I have a rash, fever night time, it's a sweat, so sore throat, I would be there now.
How are you in your mouth?
I don't know what they come up.
What do you and all of them are sitting there going and I just know. May I find out about this?
I'm just asking them.
You're like not so right. You're sure you're involved with blacks? Can we see you with him what do you know?
You know name, sir?
Abigail.
Yeah, but me at 16, I can't have boyfriend.
Exactly. You're 16-year-old, you're supposed to do nothing.
You don't have nothing?
Abigail, don't lie to me. I do anything?
No.
Make sure, you know? Make sure. But to your talk, we have to go to a doctor.
Go do what?
We got test. We test if we have, because we don't know. Because your symptoms them sound real serious.
You know what we could have sound?
That's where we're going to find out at the doctor.
The next day.
Abigail Williams, come in. Good evening, how may I help you?
I didn't know over there.
What is the concern?
She has scratch from over here. She have things on her mouth. She what about night sweat? What else is it?
Rush there, yes, which
Yeah, that's something. And this one is serious, so that's why we come here this today.
Miss Williams, sorry. Have you been sexually active?
No.
Are you sure? Do you know of her being sexually active?
Yeah, she going in blocks. This video in her room a couple of times.
Okay, so we are going to do a HIV test first because
HIV?
no, the
Yes.
symptoms sound familiar with HIV, so just want to rule it out. We're not saying that you have it, we just want to rule it out. So we have three major HIV tests. The nucleic acid test, which involves the drawing of blood from a vein and taking it to the lab to do a process called polymerase chain reaction, where multiple copies, like if you have a lot of, if viral materials are found in the blood sample, then multiple copies will be made, and then from this we can detect if the virus is present, the HIV virus is present in the blood. And we have the Aura Quick.
So the Aura Quick is a rapid test that is used to test for HIV antibodies, and you can find it in like oral fluid or oral fluid. I'll just swab your outer tongue and put it in a developer solution and wait for the results. The blood, I will just get some of your blood, a subsequent amount, and put it in the developer solution. That one is a quick test. You'll get your results in 40 minutes or so. So, which test are you leaving for?
Give me a quick one.
Okay, so what's your name again?
Right, it's right.
Oh, okay, so Miss Wright, you'll have to step out while the procedure is done. We'll call you back later. We'll send her in the waiting room to wait, and then you guys can come back and we'll tell you the results.
I'm just going to clean your finger before. Okay, Abigail, so the test results are in. I'm sad to inform you that you are HIV positive.
What? Guys, calm down. This can be treated. We're going to put you on a pill called the antiretrovirus therapy. It's called the antiretrovirus therapy. You're supposed to take it 1 to 3 times a day. And I'm going to write up the prescription for you to go and fill. Calm down. I'm going to write up the prescription for you to go and fill. And you can come back for checkups. If you feel any different, you can come back for checkups.
So for the pill, you're going to take it at a specific time every day. Then you're going to take it on schedule. Any further questions?
No, actually, I did some research and find this article to say once the virus in your bloodstream, the virus targets your CD4 cells. CD4 cells are basically helper cells of your immune system. It binds to their receptors and enters the cell. When that happens now, it assembles new viruses and release to infect other cells. And if you don't get treatment, it weakens your immune system.
Some roll out, some roll in. Some roll out, some roll clean. Number, the Honda, get me a girl number.
So what I'm going to do is we're going today. What are you doing? You want to talk to you? What do you mean what happened? I'm going to doctor. And wait, then say you're pregnant, you agree? Me and HIV. What? I don't want to man you have. I swear. So how you get that? You have man on the road enough. You alone me. But I alone me I deal with two. Two medication. So what kind of test is it? A quick one. The EDAT is that they studied the ELISA one will detect the presence of antibodies that the immune system produce in response to HIV. Whether that the one they did, well, shoulda. What you mean I did? So you're HIV? No, baby, I promise. Never. Can't believe you do me this enough. I mean, kill you now. After we've been through. A mistake, baby. Sorry, I serious. Mistake? Can't do this no more. So you really left me for that? Can't do this no more. You really left me for that? Don't touch me! Can't buy that. I'm like, mash out. I'm gonna have nothing here. You know, I'm gonna take a 25-year-old man from me. That's not me.
I know you come here, you know. Come in and want you around me. I don't want to smell you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to know if you exist around me. Right now, I'm going to call your father and tell him to come. I don't want you around me. Come to that bag. Please.
Yeah, scanny bag, so.
I don't know what you have. I don't want you around me. I don't want you using nothing for me. I don't want you in my kitchen. I don't want you in my bathroom. I don't want you touch nothing for me. Come on, this. You got your father, God.
These slides, we will be looking at the general morphology, the overall structure of the HIV virion. So HIV is a small spherical enveloped virus, usually about 100 to 120 nanometers in diameter. Even though there are two main types, HIV-1 and HIV-2, the architecture is basically the same. So the virus has several concentric layers. Each layer contains specific proteins and enzymes that play a unique role in helping the virus to enter a host cell, to replicate, and to establish infection. Now let's break down the structure in more details. Okay, so starting on the outside, HIV is surrounded by a lipid envelope, which is indicated right there. This is actually stolen from the host cell's membrane as the virus buds off. It acts as a protective barrier and also carries the spike proteins that HIV uses to attach to our cells. And embedded in that envelope are two major glycoproteins, GP120 and GP41. So GP120 is represented right here, right at the top, the bluish part right there. And then the GP41 is closer to the lipid envelope, basically at the ending part of the lipid envelope right there. Right there with some spike structures. So GP120 is one that first recognizes and attaches to the CD4 receptors on immune cells. Once GP120 attaches, GP41 acts like an anchor, pulling the virus envelope and the host cell membrane together so the virus can fuse and enter the host cell. Beneath the envelope now, we have the matrix layer. The matrix layer is mainly made of the P17 protein. This layer helps HIV maintain its shape and ensures that the inner components are organized during assembly. The matrix layer is represented right there, that goes around the entire structure, and right here is the matrix protein. The heart of the virus now is the caspid. The caspid is a cone-shaped shell made of P24 protein. This caspid protects the viral RNA and the enzymes HIV needs once it infects a cell. And the caspid is represented by this purplish looking spherical structure right there. Inside the caspid now, HIV carries two identical strands of single-stranded RNA. Along with the RNA, it also brings its essential enzymes. So these essential enzymes are the it's the reverse transcriptase. The reverse transcriptase now converts the RNA into DNA once inside the host cell. So the RNA structures are located within the caspid, and they are represented by this blue structure at the top right there, at the top of the nucleocaspid, and the reverse transcriptase now is located right here as this purple spherical structure. Next, we have the integrase, and the integrase is located right there. The integrase inserts the viral DNA into the host's genome. This makes the infection permanent. And lastly, we have the protease. And the protease is an enzyme that cuts large viral proteins into smaller functional pieces. So without the protease, the virus cannot mature into an infectious form. And the protease is located right here. Altogether, each part of the virus works together like a coordinated machine, allowing HIV to attach, enter, replicate, and establish
During the last 5
long-term
years,
infection.
an estimate of 1.3 million people acquired HIV annually, and 40.8 million people were living with the virus globally by the end of the year 2024, according to WHO estimates. The African region is the most affected, accounting for approximately 65%, which is about 26.3 million of all people living with HIV globally. In regards to age and gender, 39.4 million were adults, 15 plus years, while 1.4 million were children, 0 to 14 years. Women and girls accounted for 53% of all people living with HIV globally. Furthermore, women and girls accounted for 45% of all new infections in 2024. In the North America region, approximately 1.2 million people are living with HIV. Young adults of 13 to 34 age group and women between the ages of 25 to 34 have the highest number of new diagnoses. South America region, approximately 2.5 million people were living with HIV in Latin America and the Caribbean. Transgender women are mostly affected by HIV, while young people 18 to 24 have higher rates of recent infection compared to older adults. During the last 5 years, there were approximately 558,000 diagnoses of Europeans. The highest rates of new HIV diagnoses are in men aged 25 to 29, while women have their highest rates in the 30 to 39 age group. Men account for the majority of new diagnoses, which was approximately 70% in recent years. Lastly, the Asian region. In the last 5 years, 6.7 million people were living with HIV in the Asia-Pacific region. Young people between the ages of 15 to 24 accounted for approximately a quarter of new infections in the region, particularly in countries like Cambodia, Indonesia, and Myanmar.